Hello and welcome to my playthrough of The Evil Within Akumu difficulty. I decided to start playing this game again because it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I've already platinumed this game on the PS4, so I decided to buy it on Steam and go for the trophies for the main game here as well. I did initially a survivor playthrough, and it's basically the same as Akumu, only Akumu is a lot harder, so I'm just going to post only the Akumu playthrough. I didn't see a reason to post the survivor one. I'm skipping over all of the cutscenes, sorry. No story mode for this game. It's just gonna be the gameplay. But when it comes to collectibles, I'm not gonna be bothering so much with them. I'm just gonna collect what I can, and not focus so much on them because I honestly don't think it's worth it on Akumu, especially if it's your first playthrough to go for a collectibles run. I'm gonna collect as many keys as I can because those are useful, but the actual collectibles, I'm gonna collect the ones that are safe, but the ones that are not, I'm not even gonna bother with them. So that's mostly gonna be it for this playthrough. Alright, so let's start off chapter 1. Chapter 1 is actually pretty scripted.
Someone alive in here?
Yeah, mostly can't do much about it. There's very little actual gameplay for this particular chapter. Mostly serves as a tutorial for crouching, hiding, and throwing bottles, which it does with varying degrees of success.
I've got him. The security cameras might
I'd
tell
say
us
it's a pretty funny chapter, and it takes, like, in average, if you don't fail too much, which I did for a little bit, if you don't fail too much, it takes about, on average, about 11 minutes to complete. It's not a hard chapter. Meant to be here to just get you accustomed to some of the mechanics of the game. During this first section, you have to wait for the sadist to leave, and then you can just spam space or whatever button it is on the controller, I don't know, and you have to grab that knife in order to cut yourself loose. Now if you're fast enough, you can do that in one go. I wasn't fast enough, I did it in two. It's alright. Nothing too fascinating here. I always get this room mixed up with the one in chapter 4, so I always like go to that little place thinking that a statue's going to pop, but no, the statue doesn't pop here. So yeah, that was a waste of time. You can go directly for the sadist, and he is programmed here to like leave you, so that's why I'm getting close to him. Like if you were this close to a normal enemy, they would definitely spot you there, but the sadist is programmed to walk away there, so you do have enough time to get the key. He does have a back and forth if you actually let him to see his pattern. He actually sits in the other room a lot of times, so for a long time, so you do have enough time to crouch there and get the key. And you will see me do a weird motion here. It's a crouch plus, like, I'm pressing and releasing the crouch button because this apparently makes Sebastian move faster. I learned this from speedrunners. And yes, you have to trip that wire. I know you can see it. I can see it. Sebastian's the only blind one here who definitely just doesn't notice a wire sitting over there, like from 10 meters away. Not even that hard to spot. But anyway, this chase sequence is scripted, so he will never catch you here unless you turn your camera around. Then he'll catch you and kill you. Either way, this is scripted as well. He's supposed to catch you there, and you're supposed to run for what is that? Ventilation shaft? It's not even a ventilation shaft. It's a disposable shaft in the wall there. And unfortunately for him, he dropped that gate, but I still have access to this little door, so sucks to be you. You can get impaled by those things, so it's just 2 of them, and you have to avoid them during the slide. And we are here in the disgusting little pit of blood and meat, and somehow Sebastian is squeaky clean when we get out of here. I would need so many baths after after falling through that, but that is beside the point. And we will be crawling throughout all of this chapter except at the end where Sebastian miraculously recovers his sprint powers, but yeah. Most of these rooms don't have much on Akumu, so I don't bother going after them, except for one. I keep on forgetting. And there's a small little glitch here. If you press right there, if you press the space button, you will be teleported to the ladder, which is pretty cool. So you can save a bit of time from crawling into that ugly thing. That's the room. The room that I just passed is the only one that you can enter. I don't remember it having anything important there. I pick up this notebook because why not? It's right here. It's not out of my way. And I forget that this room is locked. It is locked both in New Game and New Game Plus. There's no point in going in there ever. I don't think you can break any of these little bars as of right now because Sebastian doesn't know how to melee. He will remember how to melee in the next chapters, but for now he has no clue how to do that. So at the very least that's what I remember, so I didn't bother breaking the locks, but I don't remember if I'm correct, to be honest. I never bothered with those in chapter 1. Very hard to get ammo on Akumu, and chapter 1 is very scripted. You don't get ammo anyway. And there's a little notebook here which I'm gonna pick up because why not? Now, what's the idea behind this difficulty? The idea for this difficulty, because I forgot to explain, is that you are a one-shot. Anything that breathes on you will kill you. That is the idea behind the Akumu. You do get a whole bunch of checkpoints and a whole bunch of saves, so in my personal opinion, the game is pretty balanced about that because it actually allows you to save a lot and try a lot. Now, it is frustrating at times, but it's a pretty good challenge. And here, if you enter the locker just as the sadist is coming into the room, you're going to be able to exit faster. But if you enter too early, which is what I ended up doing, I ended up entering exactly as he was hitting on the door. So if I had waited just 1 or 2 more seconds, I would have been able, because right now I don't have the exit option. The exit option is not available to me because, unfortunately for me, this is kind of sort of a scripted little cutscene that's meant to be here, and it's not meant to allow you to get out of the locker. You can actually get out of the locker much faster and see the sadist teleport, because the sadist is in a strict animation here. So as soon as he does that, you can actually exit the locker because he's in the animation for going into the other room. And now enjoy my small little failed attempt. I can't melee these damn boxes. I never knew that. Oh, flip. Sadist, come and help me. Oh no, he's gonna catch me. Oh no, yep, he's gonna catch me. Okay, yeah. Oh, of course, he got me. He got me, yeah, I'm a one-shot. And there we go. Oh no! I did it to myself. I'm just doing all kinds of stupid things. Oh my god. Oh yeah, shit, oh yeah. Flip, are you kidding me? What the hell? Okay, so enough fading. Let's actually do this. The sadist will always be facing away from you here, so you can always run into the room to these little boxes and throw the bottle that's over there. There will always be a bottle there into that corner, and that will make the sadist run towards the sound. Now granted, he can actually see you there if you're not careful, which is how he saw me a couple of times. You might have seen that in the failed attempt. And the thing that I'm gonna be doing here is trying my hardest to not get spotted. Well, actually, I tried to break these boxes. And luckily for me, the sadist didn't hear me. I didn't realize that. I was freaking out a little bit. But actually, he's a little far away, so he didn't actually hear me. But he's going to be, or maybe he did hear me and he's just running towards the place. I don't know, but he started running, and that was exceptionally good for me, because that allowed me enough leverage to just run past him. I ran to this little place over here. It's very risky because he can turn around and see you pretty fast, but at the same time, if you're failing to break those boxes like I am, this is probably the best. Like, this is definitely the way that the game intends you to get through this. Have the sadist break the boxes for you. That's why you're walled off. On any other difficulty, you don't have those boxes there, so it's actually a lot easier. I don't remember if on hard mode you actually have those boxes there or not. On Nightmare, I mean. I don't remember if on Nightmare you actually have those, how many boxes you have on Nightmare versus Akumu, but on Akumu you definitely have the Pushka Damo. You can't get out of there without the sadist breaking those boxes for you, or you using a glitch, which the speedrunners use to break those boxes that I was standing near. I'm not good enough to break those boxes, so unfortunately for me, I had to let the sadist break the boxes and run around past him. You can probably manipulate his AI with a bunch of bottles that you have there. I didn't. I was lucky that I didn't a couple more times until I figured out. And now Sebastian is miraculously healed. He can actually walk. Look at him. He's not limping. And now the big cutscene starts with the chase sequence and whatnot. Not chase sequence, what is this? The running sequence. And he wasn't able to run before, but he's able to run now without any problem, and that's chapter 1. There's only one sequence that's actually hard there. Now chapter 2 is a bit of a douche, because if you're actually more coordinated than I am, chapter 2 is not gonna be that much of a problem, but I usually check the toilet because the toilet sometimes has gel. I didn't know that the toilet doesn't always have gel, but yeah, I got really unlucky there because I could have had a bit more gel, but that first gel is guaranteed, and you do have to do this upgrade here in chapter 2. Even a no upgrade run, it still forces you to do it, and it doesn't count it for the no upgrade run. And you saw the lady disappear there because she does do that, and I just punched my way through because I'm moving very slowly right now, because Sebastian remembered that his leg is kind of flipped up. Like he remembered, and I forgot that you have to actually go there and sign in. I was supposed to go to her first and then run my way to the door, but I forgot, so I ended up having to go back to her. Which is not too big of a deal. It's not terrible. There's a map fragment behind the chair, and we have the time, and it's in my way, so I see no reason not to grab it. I just grab it. And we have to wait for the lady to come in here and tell me to sit on the chair.
Please, have a seat.
As previously stated, this upgrade is mandatory. Progress the game.
You mustn't fight it. This is for your own good.
No. Stop.
There now. You see? All better.
Lady.
And now that we've done the mandatory upgrade, Sebastian is going to struggle to get his burning arse out of the car. I don't understand how he's not on fire. Well, I do. It's a simulation, but still. There's a health pack right over here. It's faster than healing because technically speaking, you're a one shot, so health is really irrelevant. So I just used this syringe to be able to sprint because I'm not about to waste that time. There's no reason to waste that time. And I run around looking for gel. There's usually some gel on this part of the car, and sometimes it's there, sometimes I've seen that it isn't. This time it was. And I actually get lost here, believe it or not, because I forget that there's a clear road that I just don't take. I take half of the road and then I just run to the side for no reason. You're not supposed to be here. And if you can see that light there to my left, that's where I'm supposed to go, but I go right for some reason. Because I just forget, and there's a box that I could have broken down the left path, but yeah, we're gonna pass it. We're here at our torch and the unskippable scene that's a shot-for-shot remake of Resident Evil. I forgot that those boxes couldn't be broken. I quite literally forgot that those boxes couldn't be broken, and I don't remember if Connolly has anything important there. Like, from what I remember, there's a box, but not much. So quite frankly, it's absolutely... there's no reason to kill him here. There is absolutely no reason to bother with him because there's nothing worth losing a couple of bullets for, so you just run to the cave. He is programmed to stop following you as soon as you enter the cave. And I forget that that box is not breakable. And run to the jail. I know that the game looks super dark here now that I notice in editing. The game looks exceptionally dark. It wasn't this dark when I was filming, like... I could see, but some areas of this game look absolutely terrible. I could see, and this is the infamous scene where Sebastian just fails to see something standing in front of his eyes, so there's no reason for me to doubt the fact that he failed to see the trigger in chapter 1 when it was at his legs, like barely visible. Like, I believe this man is blind at this point. Absolutely blind, and we need to disarm that because we do need a lot of trap parts. I waste so many agony bolts in chapter 6 you would not believe, and it is the safest strategy. So I personally would say, whenever you can, just grab your bolts. That man is dead. Do not burn him. You need the matches. Sometimes breaking that box will result in jail, sometimes it won't, but this time it did give me jail. I was pretty lucky there. And opening this door is going to net you a gel and notebook, and this lady is constantly somehow trying to stand in between Sebastian and his true love, which is green gel. Green gel is Sebastian's best friend. It is like the love of his life. He would do anything for gel. Going through this mirror will net you a couple of items. So if you are trying to collect on Akumu for some reason, And I do, technically speaking, want to collect everything on this save because this is going to be my main save because I prefer using the brass knuckles, and the Akumu is the only difficulty that rewards you with the brass knuckles. So I'm eventually gonna get all collectibles, but not on the Akumu run. There's this hospital newspaper stuff, and then there's the Leslie band, missing persons. And I'm gonna go and see if I can upgrade my sprint. Shocker, I can't. The sprint is 3000 gels. The first upgrade to the sprint is actually 3000 gel, which, yeah, understandable, but that essentially sets my target for being 3000 gel, because I need 3000 gel to upgrade my sprint so that I can have a consistent chapter 3, because chapter 3 needs you to run a little bit, and the faster your sprint is, the better your chances at completing chapter 3 without a problem. And here I'm managing my sprint because if you get fast enough to this haunted, you can just kill him because he is programmed to go after Leslie there. So if you start running and you get your crouch, immediately he won't see you because he's programmed to not see you. Unless you run past him, which I have done on several occasions, he will not see you. So if you get close to him and crouch, this is one of the fastest kills that you can get. Pretty safe too, so long as you don't run past him, you are pretty safe to stealth kill him. And now comes the... well, it's not really a hard part, there's just 2 haunted over here, but first this statue, just grab it. Any keys are welcome. I'm gonna be skipping the keys. 1 key here because... and get ready for my first embarrassing death. Because I forget how good of a reaction they have, so... yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, so I legitimately forgot just how fast these guys can see you. And I make the same mistake twice. But I learned this time that I should have a bottle. I learned that I should definitely have a bottle at hand and make sure that I can throw. Because again, he sees me. He is like, his vision is just exceptional. And it is just this haunted from what I've seen. Like, he somehow has the ability to see me from there. There are, I know that the enemies are fast on Akumu, but there's Sebastian's in shadows there, and that's usually reflected. Well, luckily I had a bottle, so I got the kill on him. And because I got the kill on him, I'm just going to go back to the house and get a couple of... I don't even remember what was inside of that house, but the trap part is definitely worth it. There is a trap. I'm just going to wait for that haunted to move around, and I couldn't see him very well there. I couldn't see that he was going. He was leaving, so I didn't realize. And I'm mostly here for this trap part here is absolutely great, because any trap part is useful. So run around here and I just entered the house because this house actually doesn't have haunted. It has 1 health, which is kind of sort of useless, but hey, I like seeing my health at max, and this is Akumu, so if you have your health at max, it will stay at max. I literally forgot that there was nobody here. There actually isn't anybody there. and there's just matches here. So in all honesty, I would not recommend matches in gel. Now if you wanna get 300 gel, I mean, it's a way to upgrade your speed, and I believe that gel is guaranteed from what I remember. So depending on what you might fancy doing, it might not be worth going into the house. Getting the trap parts, yes, definitely worth getting it. Going into the house, I mean, if you want to see your health at max like I do, this is a start. The haunted actually doesn't come here. He doesn't come to that wall, so I would have been safe just sitting behind this wall, but I don't remember. I don't remember his padding, so, and I don't yet have a good idea of how visible Sebastian is, so I'm just gonna be, because that last haunted scared me a little bit. Okay, I was in the shadows. That was it. This game usually kind of sort of takes note of that, but that haunted just saw me. Even though he was in the light, I was in the shadows. There was no reason for him to see me. Makes no sense. Anyway, get ready for another death montage. No. Flip. Come on. This way. This way. Come on, this way. No! Yeah, so that last one was my attempt at speedrunning this game. This part. If you are fast and you have good reflexes, you can just run around these haunted and burn them with that hail over there. That haystack over there, but it's this is me we're talking about. I am not good enough to try and run away from them. Like, that man literally caught me when I was trying to do that strat. And there's only 3 of them, and you can stealth kill them pretty easily. This man has a pattern here. He's never gonna go there where I was hiding. He's always going to be sitting over here trying to look at this place. So this is the place where I kill him. This is his patrol route, and this is the place where I decide to kill him. And now with that torch, I'm going to want to burn this other dude and get his torch. Now it's actually way better for me to stealth kill this man, but I somehow failed. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I failed because I sat too much into the open, allowed myself to be seen like an idiot, because I should have gone behind the haystack and just killed him from inside the house. But that's fine. You can kill him with the torch. You can get him to you and then kill him with the torch. And then I'm going to see where the other guy is pointing, because this man over there, he can actually be pointing at towards this house or away from it. It's actually pretty inconsistent, so sometimes you might be looking in that direction, sometimes you might be looking in the other direction, so you have to approach him from a different angle every time. You have to make sure that you see where he is patrolling and what he's actually looking at, otherwise he's gonna kill you. Or he's gonna spot you, because you can run to the house and make sure that you don't kill him. And here I try to get the attention of these haunted, and here's the thing, right? Like, I'm pretty visible, I'm in the light, and somehow these guys fail to see me. And you can disarm that first trap, burn this dude, and then you can do a whole bunch of things to get away from this guy. You can go inside the house and then stealth kill him, or you can burn him with the torch like I did. There's quite a bunch of stuff that you can do to get rid of him. And outside of this dude, there's 3 more that are wandering around and about 4 that are pretending to be dead. There's this one guy where I should have crouched sooner. I crouched way too late and I would have gotten the kill on him there, but I crouched way too late. But it's not a problem because you go to this house and he checks the last place that you are at and then he goes back to his place. So as soon as he turns, you can attempt your stealth kill again if you're just cautious, but I failed that. Not a problem. You can run around this place, which is what, like, you can run around this house, and this room I found to be the safest room. You just sit here and let these guys, because as soon as they stop seeing you, they will go back to their regular patrol route, and through this house they can actually get back to their patrol route, and this room is not part of their patrol. So from what I've seen, unless a haunted sees you go into this room, they are not following you in here. You are very safe here. So now I'm just going to stealth kill this man like I intended to. Because yeah, he thinks he's tough shit, but he's not. And now I've killed the people who patrol the way to the door, to the lever. And I'm gonna disarm this trap because trap parts. And I don't remember what's in here. It's gel. I don't know if it's always gel, but either way. There is a haunted here that's gonna spot me in a pretty embarrassing way, but I get away from him because at this point it's just him and everybody else is either pretending to be dead or way too out of my way. He's going to spot me because right over there, because I'm actually in his patrol route. He actually looks through that place, and I'm just gonna lose him and go back to my favorite hiding spot. And that's going to confuse him because he has no idea where I went. And they just never check this room. They don't. They have no reason. Unless they see you get in here, they're not gonna check this room. And this man's actually going to run. He's not sitting here because he's pretty far away from his patrol route, so he's not gonna be spending time inside the house. He's running back to his place. And I am going to crawl and wait for him and wait for to make my move here. I'm going to crawl and just wait to make my move here. I'm going to check his route, see how he operates, and then I'm going to make my move as soon as he comes out from the room. And that is this guy dead. And for right now, there's one more guy at the back of this, so you don't want to be sitting next to that window for a very long time because he might see you. But right now the only thing that's left is the people who are pretending to be dead and this dude at the back. I'm gonna disarm this trap because trap art. And then I believe I run back to get some bullets to the place where this little shed over here, and I somehow accidentally stumble across some gel. I don't know which of them dropped gel, but There's some boxes here that you can break. Sometimes they give you some stuff, sometimes they're just a waste of time. Matches, and that's pretty much it. I know there's a key, but I'm not going for it. It would waste too much time and I don't need it. Now I run around and there is these two dudes pretending to be dead, but I forgot that there's actually a third one here pretending to be dead, because you can actually run and stealth kill this man. But there he is, the third one from that pile pretending to be dead. I forgot about him entirely, so I'm going to run to my favorite spot and don't kill him, because of course I am. Like, what else am I gonna do except run to my favorite spot and stealth kill his evil self, because he thinks he's funny by being alive. You can actually burn him if you're fast enough, but I wasn't fast enough. I literally wasn't fast enough to burn him. If I had remembered that he was there, you can actually burn those two, burn the other one, and still have enough time to stealth kill the guy who's gonna rise from but it doesn't matter. Like, you can, whether you stealth kill this guy or the other guy, it's irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. He dropped ammo, which is great for me. And there I see, when I get to about this point, I see, yeah, there's another guy there, and I question whether I should stealth kill him. Actually, you don't need to. This guy is pretty far away to the point where he will not be able to get you when you are trying to do this door. He's way too far away and nobody is here to alert him to the fact that you are trying to get out. So you can just leave, and I'm just gonna go and grab a map fragment. I'm going to crouch here, but I personally found it kinda useless to crouch. You can actually just run, and not run, but walk to this place. There's a small little shack over here with the map fragment and some health. If you're not interested in collectibles and you don't want to waste your bloody time, don't even come here. There is no reason. It's just health. You're on Akumu, you're a one-shot. You don't need health. And the map fragment. And then I'm just going to crawl my way out of here, because yeah, I recognized, oh, I can run through this area. Look, I'm running now and nobody sees me. You can run through quite a bit of this area actually and not alert people. But I forgot. I was being a dingus and I forgot. Quite literally. I forgot. You can, I believe as soon as you get to the pit, yeah, you have to crouch if you don't want them to see you. But quite frankly, you should have, like right over here, you do have to crouch if you don't want those dudes to see you. That is, at this point, it's not exactly optional if you want to stealth this as much as you can, because eventually that dude's gonna see you no matter what. But if you want to get as close to this place as possible and then start running like I did, you do have to crouch as soon as you get to the pit. And now we are essentially out of chapter 2. Like, so long as you don't run out of breath and somebody smacks you from behind, so controlling your stamina, you are free. And that is chapter 2. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.